One Wednesday afternoon, a group of members of a particular popular church came to visit a man who was seated at his veranda. On reaching there, they asked him how he was doing. He said he was fine, and they invited him to their church. When they left, a group of same church members, but another group came to give him an invitation card. He didn't even care to look at the name. But later he discovered that both names were the same church. So he was seated. Another group came, just like people do evangelism, when they want to have events, they do evangelism. And another group came, invited him to church. And then he looked at the poster and saw that the flyer, saw that they were the same church. So immediately he called one of them and said, "Why are you all coming to give me same flyer of the same church, and it happens to be the same pastor? Why?" The guy now said no, that they are having an event, like it's a midweek service, but they decided to go for evangelism, that they're just inviting him to church. Then the man asked which church they used to go to, what church do they attend. They now mentioned the church. He now asked them what's their pastor's name. They now told him. He now smiled. So the man was like, "Do you know him? He's a very powerful man of God. That the man is really fire. That the whole area know him, and they know that whenever anything is happening, they will come to him. That he's a very, very powerful man of God." And then the man just smiled and nodded his head. So when the man nodded his head, the guy now stepped backward and came and asked him, what is it that he's not telling him? No, he said, no, you should not worry about it, that you should just forget about it, that everything was fine. So the guy left. The next week, they came back. Another group gave him the card, and he told them that they should stop inviting him to that church. That inviting him to that church looks like they are trying to, take him for granted, or he doesn't know what he's doing. So he started getting offended and all. So they spoke to him that he should not be angry. That it's not like he should not be angry. That it's not like it is their fault, but that how it is, that he doesn't live very far from the church. So that's why they decided to invite him. That please, you should take it easy on them. The man now said he's not angry with them, but that for the fact that they invited him the first time and he didn't come, he should know that he doesn't want to come. So one other man now said, "No, sir, don't take it personal." So he now told the man that he's not taking it personal. That all these pastors you people are following, most of them are my customers. So all of them were like, "Customers, sir, what's going on? Customers, how? So what do you sell? Do you sell musical instruments?" He said, "No." "Do you sell, church chairs?" He said, "No." "What then do you sell?" He now said that that he is not like he sells anything, but that they should not worry. They say, "No, sir. Like, if our pastor is your customer, at least we should know what you sell so that we too can patronize you." He now said, "No, it's not that kind of patronage, that they should not worry about it." So they went. One of that elderly man now came back to him to ask him, "Please, what exactly did you mean by the people in this church are your customers? I want you to, it's like there's something you are trying to hide and not tell me." He now told the man, "Well, if you insist, this your pastor is not a real man of God." The man was like, "No, don't say that. That the man used to heal the sick. He used to do this one. He used to do that one." He said, "No, do not take him as a serious pastor. Just go. I don't have much to say." So the man insisted and told him that he's patient. He will wait. They had asked their church member to keep going. So that was how this man told the church man, that he's actually a mortuary attendant, that he gives them that water, he gives them some other things that they use to perform all those things, those miracles you are saying, that is not normal. This man was not telling you, "Sir, this thing you are saying, that if he invites this man, will he be able to say it?" He said, "Well, that if a man challenges him, but that if the man doesn't challenge him, you will not need to tell anything to anybody." That was how this man left. The next day, they called for elders forum and decided that the pastor should tell them exactly what he does with, you know, where he goes to and what he does to get all these powers. And when they saw that the members, because in every church they have what they call the board of trustees, when they had a meeting and they kept, interrogating him, he flared up and was saying, no, nobody has the right to talk to him in that manner. He is the pastor of the church. He said, sir, yes, we are the pastor of the church, but we are accountable to people. And then he fled up. As he fled up, they told him everything and said that they will have proof. It was when he heard that they had proof, that was when he now began to talk. That no, that there must be a misunderstanding, that's not what he does. As they were talking in the meeting, that other man walked in and told them everything, word to word, even things he did not tell the other church member who first met him. He told them everything and said he had damned the consequences, that this is becoming too much, that he does the same thing for music artists, he does the same thing for movie producers and actors and actresses. He was mentioning people in different walks of life, that he does it for them. That is not the first that he's doing it for. He doesn't stay mentioning other pastors that he does this kind of things for. So when everybody now asked him, now that this man is here to collaborate or to say what he had said before, what do you have to say? He said, no, that is seriously a misunderstanding. They should at least hear him out. Okay, they asked him, give us your own side of the story, because as far as we are concerned, we've listened to this man, and what he's saying, he cannot be lying with dates. He's saying that he knows the man, but it's not what the man didn't give him anything to do any stuff. They said, no, you have to come clean. If you don't come clean, you have to go to the congregation, because when the board of trustees are done drilling you, they will now, if they are suspending you, they will now let the whole church know. So that went on. It was becoming a very tough battle. Then the next thing the man did was the pastor used, police officers to come arrest the man. That the man is lying against him. The man is, telling lies. So the man was like, if he's telling lies, at least he should prove it that he's telling a lie, so that he would know what to do if he will apologize or face the consequence. So he said they should arrest him, that the man is lying, that how can he try to spoil his reputation. The man said he's not lying, that he will stand to gain nothing lying against, him. And that was how they went ahead to do the panel. After doing the panel, they went to call the congregation, told them everything that their pastor had done. And people were like, no, they can't believe it. There was just chaos in the hall, because they called for the meeting for leaders. And after leadership heard it, they now decided to let the whole congregation know, which the pastor said no, that it is wrong for them to spoil his name, that why would they spoil his name. So they just went around town. Everybody, when they sit down, they are talking about it, how the pastor is using means to conduct deliverance and do all of those, that they have always known that the man was not a real pastor and all that. So the man now felt so bad, he couldn't even come out of his house. The police officers that arrested the man, they decided to keep the man, because they know that if the man was released, he could harm the man. So they kept him and did not allow him to, go back. So they now called for a general meeting and gave him suspension. They suspended the pastor of the church. And because it's a church that is a one-man squad kind of leadership, they suspended him and ensured that he didn't have an opportunity to come close to any church activity. He didn't have that leverage, come through anything church and all of that. And that was how he confessed. He cried, he apologized that he has repented. They had to conduct fresh deliverance on him, and he really had to rededicate his